Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to Dwight.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Friday.
Get him off pig, Freddy.
Get him off big.
Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm Rich Mulligan, joined by my co-host. He's the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion, the home wrecker of Bemis, and best friend, Josh Brawley. Say, hey, Josh.
Look, can we not just say, like, I am the love analyst or...
The love disconnector.
Oh, definitely ain't the homie rector, if you know what I mean.
Homie rector?
Yeah, they wouldn't build a house
home erector. I thought you were saying homie rector. I was like, what does that mean?
Homie rector.
Damn near killed her. Oh, man. Episode 412, Josh. Can you believe we've made it to 412 episodes?
I don't believe you.
Well,
I
go back
think
and
you're
count.
fucking
Go
lying.
back and count them right now. I got time. We're going to pause this. Go count it.
No, because it's more than 412.
It
if
is.
you count them.
There's like 450 something on there.
Yeah.
It's crazy how
See?
many numbers that we have. That's just
1 through 9,
yeah.
right?
And then it gets squirrely. Then it hits 457, and you're like, why are we on 412 still?
I was just talking about numbers available in general.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
Well, just 1 through 9.
Can
And then you
count
can
all the
add them.
numbers in your universe?
You can mix them up any way you want.
I released a mini podcast last night.
I know. What the fuck is that shit? P3 Radio.
I
More like
said-
P2.
It was just pop podcast. There was no poncho.
Punchless.
Oh no. We last
Let
week.
me turn
Go
this
ahead.
fucking chair.
Go ahead, turn the chair.
I'm like half. I tried to turn
You can
it.
turn the chair. You don't have to.
Well,
This ain't prison. Just turn it. Stand up, move it. You've been sitting like that though for the past hour and a half up here.
Well, I was looking at the shit to read. I wasn't trying to get a crick in my neck doing this shit for free. That's always like my biggest fear whenever I'm mowing something that like I'm, like my parents or something. I'm gonna hit like a root.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm singling my parents out.
Right, because you do their yard for free.
Well, no, they pay me. I told them I didn't want any money.
Well, you just don't take the money.
Well, you better take this. Okay, whatever.
You just hide it in like their suit jacket.
Ronnie Ray's suit.
I got $20 in my jeans.
Yeah, he may have had a suit when he was, like one of them baby pictures.
He not get married in one?
They got married at a courthouse.
Well, you can still wear a suit up there.
Yeah.
There's no law against it.
I guarantee you it was Levi's work boots and a pocketed shirt.
So I'm on my lunch break. Can we hurry
With
this up?
cigarettes in the pocket. And he had probably a Joy dog food hat on.
Oh. What was Joy dog food?
Just somebody gave him a free hat.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell, it's free. You want to not have a hat?
Was it one of those snapback hats?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hated those as a kid.
Man, he had a fucking rack full of them.
Yeah. You ever got whipped with a hat?
He hit me with a muscle belt one time.
What's a muscle belt?
A weightlifting belt.
Oh, really? He Hogan'd your ass?
Pretty much.
But did he do the guitar thing?
No.
He walks in.
Well, see, like I was testing him. I was being a little smart ass and shit. And,
Yeah. What was the test? Daddy, what's 2 + 2? You son of a bitch.
No, he said something to me like, telling me something to do or, well, you better go to bed or something like that.
Well, if he said it like that, I wouldn't want to go to bed. That's scary. You better go to bed.
You better go to bed. Well, I'm I ain't done watching this show.
Yeah.
I'll go to bed when the show's over. I probably said something like that.
Sounds like
and
something
he
you'd
probably
say.
said, you go to bed when I tell you go to bed. And I can't remember. I said something that was really smart ass.
Yeah.
To, retort it. And dude, he had a weightlifting belt in his hands because his back had been hurt. And he was wearing it to work.
That huge hog he's been hauling around. I was going to say, your dad hadn't done squats one day in his life.
Dude.
He got a weightlifting belt.
He was his back was hurting.
He got into powerlifting really big.
Every time he had to pee. And I said that smart ass retort. And dude, before I knew it, and I didn't expect this, but it's like fucking with your mom when she's carrying a newspaper, dude. Don't do it. And I'm on the top bunk of the bed. Like, that's when I had bunk beds.
Well, I'd hope so.
I'm on the top. I was in jail.
I was on the top bunk of the bed. I had a single bed. I don't know how I was up there.
Man, I was up
using my imagination.
I had cover, over me and shit.
Yeah.
But still, he swings it, whoosh, and it didn't hurt, you know what I mean? But, like, at that moment, I was like, holy shit, he'll swing this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I shut up and I did whatever he said. You know what I mean?
Violence is a hell of a motivator.
Man.
How did you watch TV from your top bunk?
Kind of like.
Because 8-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
The top bunk is like what?
6.5.
Yeah. Like you take a deep breath, your fucking like stomach's hitting the ceiling. And then the TV is, this is back in the day when you didn't have like the TVs like you do now.
Maybe I was on the bottom bunk. I think I had a bunch of shit on the top bunk.
You always had a bunch of
And then thinking about it, he wouldn't have had enough swing room to swing up into the top bunk and not hit the ceiling tile. I was definitely on the bottom bunk.
Yeah. So you had 8-foot ceilings, top. I was going to say, and this is back in the day when you didn't have TVs as big as you do now. This is one of them.
This is
like,
at most a 20-inch.
Yeah, and this is like, it was on the ground, wasn't it?
But to be fair, back then a 20-inch was pretty big for a kid TV.
That was a huge TV for a kid TV.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was like how would you watch that from?
I would watch through the bars
on the. Just let him sit up there, Ronnie. Get used to it. He needs to start learning how to watch things through bars. I've seen his report cards.
No, it was all that illegal hunting he was teaching me to do as a kid. He's bound to get caught. Game wardens is a lot worser now.
Worster. Isn't that in Massachusetts? Oh man, but no. So.
You couldn't pull me up there.
I may. What are you talking about? Oh,
My
it's Massachusetts. I thought you were talking about the bunk bed.
You couldn't fuck pull my ass up there.
I thought you were talking about the bunk bed. Get up here, Daddy. Help.
No, you couldn't pull him up there.
He could have slept up there. Imagine he'd gotten into it with your mom one night and he goes to sleep on the top bunk.
Got room for one more up there.
Damn Teddy Ruxpin has been in my side for all night.
Damn, you got a lot of bullshit up here. For some reason, you got a paper plate with some fucking old birthday cake.
He gets morning wood and does roof damage. But yeah, man. So anyways, what I was saying was I put out a little podcast last night. It was like a 2-minute thing. Just to tell our listeners from Spotify that I didn't know if we were going to be on there anymore, which is kind of stupid. It was really just a test to see if it would pop up on Spotify. We cannot log in to Spotify at all right now, but our shit's still going on Spotify. Is that not the craziest thing? Like,
sound like they're getting something for free.
Well, I mean, we weren't paying them.
Well, they're not letting you log in and do anything. It's like, we'll accept your stuff, but you're not welcome here.
Yeah, we can't log in and change anything. So there is no changing it. But I noticed that, like, I put that little test thing out last night saying, hey, Spotify's being weird. It was really just a test to see if it went on Spotify. And it did. So there's like a little 3-minute episode, me going, hey, Josh isn't here. Spotify might be acting up, blah, blah, blah. And then I got done with that, posted it, and saw that it showed up. And I was like, well, now I got to do some homework. Because last week it told us on an email, like we were up here just messing around, And the email, we had like 3 emails before we did the podcast with Gene, the Retro Wrestling Review podcast, the USWA Retro Wrestling Review podcast.
The guy I know, Gene.
Yes, the guy I know, Gene. But we were doing that, and I looked real quick, and I was like, hey, it says we have 3 copyright strikes, like, back-to-back, and it was random episodes. It's like episode 255, 346, and 3-something. You know what I mean? Like, it was. I'm going to tell you the episodes. Don't worry. Don't look them up. I'll tell you them. But I noticed that they're not on Spotify anymore. So I didn't think anything about it. Well, Tuesday, I can't remember what I was doing, but I was checking the email. Oh, no. We'll get to what I was doing in a minute. It involves Gene. Gene.
Dude, I've heard of him.
Yeah. But he sent us something in the email, and he's like, hey, I need you to check that. And when I checked it, it said 2 days ago, our podcast had been suspended. Like, I'll tell you, we'll read the whole email here because why not, Here it is. Oh, that's this month. Google Voice. Oh, I tried to reply to that. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Where is the email? Oh, here it is. Hello. By creating and using your Spotify account, you have entered into a binding agreement with Spotify and acknowledge that you have read, understood, accepted, and agreed to be bound by the Spotify terms and conditions of use. And then it says the terms. It has come to Spotify's attention that your account has engaged in unauthorized use in violation of terms. Spotify therefore suspended your access to the service and initiated a thorough review of the unauthorized activities. To learn more about the appeals options, please visit here. Abuse of the process may restrict your ability to submit requests in the future. Best regards, Spotify Content Protection. So I know it's those 3 podcasts, right? And I'm like, well, okay, whatever. It's just those 3. We'll just delete them. But I guess they're still doing their investigation to see what we did. But yeah. And then I sent you and BT, not you and BT, you and Gene, a message that just said, if they only found 3.
They ain't looking too hard, are they?
No. I don't know that we haven't used uncopyrighted music in any, like, we might have 6 episodes if they caught all the copyrights.
I don't think we'd have any.
We'd have the pilot. We'd have the first couple.
No, I mean, you stole music to make the intro and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because it was the do you have the time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't say that. No, can't. Copyright. But Josh, I did a little digging, and I'm going to tell you, don't look at the screen right now. I'm going to give you some idea of what songs were. You're looking at the screen. I see you.
I'm looking at my phone.
Okay. All right. So here's the songs that got us kicked off Spotify or got us suspended from Spotify. Episode 355, Josh, entitled, which I thought was funny, Half Effort. Not half, H-A-F, half effort. When I listened back to this, that was the episode last year where we had a whole bunch of AI generated songs. So I was like, well, that couldn't have done it. But in the middle,
ain't copyright.
But in the middle, you're looking at the screen. Don't look at it. But in the middle of all of that, Josh, we played Mr. Roboto. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because okay.
Yeah. So Mr. Roboto got that episode deleted. All right. Episode 346, Road Rage is what it was called. These are episodes that you can't listen to on Spotify right now, guys. Too hot for Spotify. You can only listen to it on SoundCloud or a podcast provider or iTunes. 346 Road Rage, the song we used, there was only one, Shipping Out to Boston. Yeah. That got us strike number 2.
We all have.
So strike number 3, and this could have been strike 1. I don't know where the order was, But strike 3, Josh, was the one I found the funniest because I can't decide which one got us kicked. Okay? Strike 3 was episode 247, and it was called Most Cars Are Made in Korea. That was the name of the...
I remember that.
You remember that?
I like that episode.
So the two songs that we
That's
had...
where you literally tried to convince me, like you were a salesman, that, most cars are Korean. Are they?
Most are.
Most of them are.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
We'll do the bit again.
Look at the numbers.
For your Spotify people, we're going to do this again.
What's the biggest car company in the world? Kia, right? Yeah. Wrong. It's Toyota.
Well, that's Korea, isn't it?
I think you're slippery sloping.
You almost said it.
Slippery sloping.
You almost said it with an accent. I heard it.
No, I didn't. No.
That wasn't even an accent. I think you did Australia in there. No.
I said no.
247. Most cars are made in Korea. I find it funny the two songs that got us kicked on there because it was one of the two. Both of them are about dicks. Song number 1, Big Dick Energy. And that was the song that's like, got that big dick energy. It was the one that used that Mariah Carey song.
Yeah.
Was it the Gangster
Sweet
of Love?
Fantasy.
It was Sweet Fantasy, but yeah. And they put Big Dick Energy in there. So it was either that one or a song called Do Your Dick Hang Low. Do your dick hang low. So one of those two got us a copyright hit. It was almost like when we got that copyright hit from one place. I think it was Google. We got a copyright hit when they had podcasts for the Charles Manson garbage dump.
Yeah. Like, oh, shit.
Charles Manson is really concerned about his IP. So if you will, take that down. But yeah, so those are the 3 episodes that got us in Dutch with Spotify.
And if you think about it, that's hardly even anything compared to what we've actually played on here in terms of number of hits and stuff, how popular some of it was.
Right. I mean, we have played we played all the number 1 hits. Like, you think about it, we've played like months of just number 1 hits from a different era. Because remember, we would spin the wheel and do a top 100 hits of whatever year. So it wasn't like we were playing unknown music. There for the longest time, we were playing nothing but top.
I don't know, when it would hit like number 97 on like 1988, some of that shit I had never heard of. I don't think anybody. I think it's like it was fake. I think they fabricated it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was expecting more. Now, they might come back and go, after review, it wasn't 3, it's 398.
And that's all that we could listen to.
Right?
More to come.
Y'all talk a lot about dicks. Wouldn't it be funny if we got critiques back from the Spotify bots? It's like, man, y'all have some hard content to listen to. Y'all talk a lot about dicks.
Now, there's a AI. Does the AI AAI sound like it?
Alcoholics Anonymous Incorporated?
Sure.
Okay.
And corporate.
Incorporated?
Incorporated.
The guy from, speaking of which, the guy from Ernest died today. The fat one. Was it Vern? You know Ernest.
They never showed Vern except for like one time.
Who was the fat guy on Ernest?
That was the dude that I always would get mixed up with Roy Clark. He kind of looked like him, didn't he?
Look like
yes.
Him. I remember when I was a kid, I used to get Roy Clark confused with the guy that did the ketchup commercials until I found out that was the same
Roy
fucking
Clark.
guy. I was like, he looks like the guy on Hee-Haw. He's selling ketchup.
No, I used to get Kurt Russell and Patrick Swayze.
I was like
mixed
Kurt
up.
Russell and the fat guy from Ernest.
Yeah. I used to get Kurt Russell and Bill Cosby mixed up all the time.
Well, maybe I need to look it up because it's kind of disrespectful that we're just calling him the fat guy from Ernest, right?
I loved all of the Ernest movies. I'm not like I'll say this: Ernest was very important to my childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not like of the fandom where I'm going back and watching like his super old stuff, before the movies and stuff, because it was, I don't know, a little different. But yeah, I loved all the Ernest stuff, man.
I can't find his name. It says his name was it's
Actually Miller.
So
Bobby.
I wrote the fat guy from Ernest, but I spelled Ernest wrong.
Well,
and it come up with Google's AI said the fat guy from Ernest is actually Bill Byrne. Bill Barge, who played the character Bobby, Bobo in some contexts.
No, Bobby was the skinny one that didn't talk.
Really?
Come on, Bobby! I remember him like constantly berating him.
Well, we can't play anything because we don't get taken off Spotify.
What was his name in there though? Go down.
Maybe we look up Ernest
Goes to jail. He's in that.
Well, he's in all of them. He was in The Replacements too. You know what I mean? You remember The Replacements?
I've never watched it.
That's a good movie, dude. You'd probably like it.
I don't know. The Replacements.
It's the football movie.
Oh yeah.
With Keanu Reeves playing quarterback.
Canoe Reeves.
Canoe Reeves. I'm trying to look for his character because he was the coach in that.
I just want to know what his name was in Ernest. It goes to whatever. That's not
he has a hard name. Yeah, that's him. No, that's him, dude. That's not him, is it? Maybe he wasn't in The Replacements. This whole time I just thought that was the same guy. He does look a little
like him, but no.
I thought that was the same guy. Well,
he
now we're
ain't
back
selling
to
no ketchup recently.
now we're back to the fat guy, and that had to have been him.
I'll look it up.
I'm looking it up.
Ernest goes to jail.
I'm looking it up right now. That's him.
I think you're confused.
I think that's him.
No. Maybe. The one guy with the bowl on his
Yeah, that's
head.
him.
The one guy with the bowl on his head.
He was the star of Hee Haw and Ernest movie. Dies at 81.
Okay.
It's Gilliard Sartain. Gilliard Sartain was his name.
Like he's familiar, does he?
He's got a weird name, but yeah, he was in all the Hee Haw movies.
Chuck and Bobby.
He was he Bobby or Chuck? He was Chuck. But yeah, he was. I just remembered him from the old days of being that. He died today. Anyway, I feel like my mom now. Anyways, he's dead. So moving on, I guess. Rest in peace. We lost him today.
He had funny eyes.
Yeah.
He could do that, back and forth deal.
Yeah.
They'd usually play some funny sound effects.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
He was in The Jerk. He appeared in The Jerk.
He was in what is that with Dolly Parton?
His final film role was
Fried
in
Green
2000.
Tomatoes. Was he in that?
I don't know.
I think he
Yeah,
was.
he was. Hollywood Nights, The Replacements, The Big Easy, Grifters,
Getting Even with Dad.
Yeah, The Patriot. What was he in The Patriot?
Steven.
Oh, that's the Steven Seagal. That's the Steven Seagal movie. I thought he was talking about the anti-Semite Patriot movie with Mel Gibson. But didn't he say some bad things about Jewish people?
Yeah. Well, in the earlier day, or years ago, but yeah, he did.
Yeah. Wagons East, he was in that. Yeah, so he's been on a lot. He was into stand-up comedy. And his last film was in Cameron Crowe's Elizabethtown in 2005.
Cameron Crowe.
Huh. So yeah, anyways, like I said, we lost him. We know where he's at. He's just dead. So remember, we do that for everybody that passes away.
Do you know?
I mean, he's physically somewhere.
Yeah.
We know where he's at. He's not doing anything. He's just chilling. That's fucked up. Why do you paint me in these corners to say shit like this? He's just chilling.
What do you think he's doing?
He's playing quiet mouth, still mouth, fucking motherfucker.
He's real good at it.
He's good. He's like state champion. Look at him. Can't even see him breathing. That's the worst time to have a heart attack, isn't it?
When you're dead?
Yeah. No, when you're playing like a game like Quiet Mouth, Still Mouth.
Oh, yeah. Cause
or charades.
Man, yeah. That'd be bad, wouldn't it?
But yeah, he died today, so
Rest in peace.
take the day off tomorrow. And enjoy that. That's the thing that really you know that you're insignificant to a point where like everybody has some fame, but you're not hitting the days of school and banks closing are going to be closed for you.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
No, it's well, how the fuck are we going to get this done? We'll figure it out. Put so-and-so in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he hadn't acted in 20 years.
No, I'm talking about just in real life. Like, if you're a fry cook, they're going to get another motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. They won't even take the day off.
No.
You could die in the
How
McDonald's.
the fuck are we supposed to run McDonald's? All y'all motherfuckers going to the funeral.
You could die in the McDonald's, and they would be gurneying your body out of there, and they'd be like, Kevin, take over on fries.
You could fall in the fryer,
Yeah.
and they would they wouldn't even change the oil.
It tastes better now that he died, didn't it? Gave it more flavor. He was always kind of a fat man, so that fat that was dissolved out of his jaw got in there. It was good.
Some of that fat jaw.
Hank's fat jaw fries. But yeah. So you do feel insignificant. It's like, what would you consider a success? Like, where would you consider the mark being that you would, because you're never going to, like, it's rare that you get some kind of holidays. You're going to have to there ain't one person from 9/11 that has a holiday. You know what I mean? All the heroes that came out of 9/11, and there ain't one person that has a holiday from that.
Well, I mean, there's
you think about this, D-Day. I mean, it's kind of a holiday, but it falls in Christmas. So it's like it falls around that time, so nobody really celebrates it. You think about how many big things there are that there's not holidays for.
Yeah.
And then
presidents have a day.
Yeah. Presidents have a day. But
Jesus'
birthday. Easter. Ramadan, if you celebrate.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. But yeah, I mean, you're never going to make it to a holiday. What would you consider to be a successful thing? Because there's always been some singers that you're like, man, they were the best singer ever, and they died.
I think at this point,
yeah,
you're going to have to do some fucking, some David Copperfield level shit. Like, you're going to have to make
an elephant disappear?
You're going to, and really do it. Like, you're going to have to fucking have that ability to teleport or something to get a holiday now. You're going to have to do something that a son of a bitch has never done before.
Right. Huh. I don't think anybody's getting new holidays. Although they're making new, Hallmark holidays every day.
What do you mean?
Like, it's Rose Day or it's Left-Handed People Day.
Oh, fucking shit. Yeah, National Sons Day.
42 Freckle Day. Bent Penis Day. It's just all kinds of days that don't mean anything. I always thought Valentine's Day really wasn't nothing. It's just an excuse.
Yeah, we got to sell all this red shit. All these damn broads wanting all this fucking shit.
But it's an excuse to sell candy and cards.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get technical, a lot of holidays are like that.
Because once you get married, like me and Julie's been married now for 20 years, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We're grown-ups. We celebrate our anniversary. We have Christmas. All we need to know, we love each other. Fuck it. We don't have to prove everybody like, oh, you got me roses. No, I don't do that shit.
Well, I still get my wife stuff for Valentine's Day. But
y'all still newlyweds.
Yeah, hell, we've only been together 14 years.
Y'all been together 14 years?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, soon.
Oh, well.
I promise soon.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. You just a mark, man.
Yeah. You just buying
You
into
just
all
a
that
mark.
bullshit.
You just a mark for the
For
candy
Hallmark.
companies. Yeah, you're a hallmark. Well, Josh, one thing that everybody could be a mark for is the great deals over at tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees. And Josh, if they go over to tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees right now, what are they going to find?
They're going to find so many t-shirts, Richard Lee. They're going to need a GoFundMe to buy them sumbitches. I think they should all get GoFundMes going so they can buy every damn one of them. How many one of them do we have? Well, we got probably 11 t-shirts, something like that. I'll tell you about a few of them. That ECW like t-shirt, that Ray J Soda Can t-shirt, the Josh Briley Memorial 5K, the old cover art t-shirt with our faces on the front of it. So many more t-shirts. tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees. That's T-E-E-S. You bitchy little biatch. That's your t-shirt hookup.
tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees, the home of P3 Radio merchandise. All right, Josh. On this day in 1995, the number one song was Bryan Adams' Have You Ever Really Loved a Woman? It's 30 years ago today that that song. Pretend this is it. Because we don't want to get booted off of Spotify and everything else anymore. So we're just going to use some royalty-free music here.
No kings or
Never
queens.
really loved a woman. Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything, does it?
Sounds like,
You may say
yeah.
I'm a dreamer. And the one
No, you hear this, and then it fades real quick. Thank you for holding.
Yeah.
If you would like to speak with an operator right now, please press 9.
Yeah.
If it's about something to pertain shipping, press 1. You know, this is like the background music.
Welcome to Nugistics. Your call is very important to us. Please remain on the line and an operator will be with you shortly. Thank you.
And then it fades out and gets really fucking loud again.
Yeah. And then you hear, are you looking for something to do? You know, they always have that person. Are you looking for something to do that's not affordable? And it's like, why is that commercial so loud on hold?
And then it's like, and then you hear a crowd and shit, and it's like, thanks for calling. Yes, thank you. Can I have your social security number? No. And you hang up. All that time wasted.
Why was I waiting? They wasn't really going to give me no gift cards. They were going to act like they
They
were.
wanted gift cards.
No, so another reason why we played that royalty-free music, Josh, is we're trying something a little different. We're trying to be smartasses. No,
That's not different. From
we have a new distributor for our show.
So like distributor. What do you mean?
So if you have a new distributor for your beer, what does that mean?
Well, I was a Bushman, and then I went to.
No, I think if you made a beer.
Yeah.
If you made a beer.
What would I call it?
No, if you had people. Well, yeah. What the fuck would you call it? Let's go down that route.
I'd call it Epstein Island beer. It would sell a shitload. Just on the fact that it would be edgy,
yeah,
and it would be a novelty item.
Like my joke, it goes great with tots.
Yes, it could be a different Epstein joke on every 6-pack.
Epstein Island formula beer tastes just like formula, and get them fucked up. No, a distributor, Josh, is somebody that distributes the product.
Like Anheuser-Busch.
Well, they would be the creators. I guess they'd kind of be. I'm thinking more like Walmart. If you got your shit in Walmart, they're distributing your stuff.
Yeah.
So we have a new distributor for our podcast. I'm getting nasally. I don't know why. I guess everybody mowed today. So my allergies.
So you blaming everybody but yourself?
My allergies are messed up. What do you mean? What
They
would I?
shouldn't have mowed their yard.
No,
dude.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying my allergies are all.
So you're
fucked up.
happy you're nasally.
No, I'm not happy about it.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that's the reason why I'm nasally. I'm not mad. I harbor no ill will at the people who mowed, but that's the reason why I'm
You like to.
like that. And I'm having hard times pronouncing certain words. It's coming off like, oh, did you have a stroke?
Yeah.
Then I grabbed my picker.
I'm gonna grab my pickle.
Who has a
If
pickle?
you're really out, you. Damn.
But anyways, yeah, we have a new distributor for our podcast. That guy Gene.
Is
that we
he
know.
new? You've talked to him a few times.
I didn't say he was new. It's a new distributor for the podcast. A new person carrying our podcast in a new area.
Well, he didn't touch me there
You did pass out in front of us
in a
that
new
time.
area.
In a new area.
Like my area or the area I passed out
I mean,
in?
it'd be a new area for you. It's your taint. We diddled the shit out of that taint.
I think he's really out. He ain't doing nothing to it.
That's how I had to try to wake you up when you passed out on your lawn. Your mom was-
Jimmy Valiant woke me
Your
up.
mom's like, go ahead and get his britches off and play with his taint. We'll know if he's faking.
Thump that corn purse. That's how you used to have to get him up.
as you make Frankenstein noises. Arr, arr.
That's me struggling to live.
So no, our friend Gene asked us this week if we would like to have our podcast on his platform. So
And
now
then we said we thought your platform was better than that.
yeah,
That's real low brow, Gene.
What are you gonna do with it?
Really low brow.
But no. So now we are simulcasting, I guess, to YouTube.
Well,
To the Retro Wrestling Archive YouTube.
yeah, that's it's pretty cool, but it's another place. He got what he said, like 7,000
Oh
subscribers.
yeah, there's
now,
a lot of subscribers.
continually growing, and like he's been kind of doing this this media gathering, if you will, where he's got several other different podcasts and people kind of like with content producers and stuff.
Yeah.
On board, and he's doing the Great Plunge, man. And I'm excited, dude, because 7,000 now, but getting all these new people on board.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that our show is going to do anything for those numbers, but it may add some. You never know.
Yeah, I think it was funny. I told him, I was like, are you trying to get your YouTube channel destroyed? And then he told us the other day when they launched it that he got all kinds of copyright like notifications. And if you go to YouTube right now, you go to Retro Wrestling Archive, and it's under podcast. It's P3 Radio's on there. If you go there, we have 411 episodes, Josh. I think there's like 92 on there. And dude, but what's cool about it was I listened back to some of them, and they were good, man. You know, the drinking days were funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we seem to be on top of it. Tonight's felt like it's lulled a little bit. But the drinking days, man, some of those episodes
that
were
was
good.
real lively, colorful.
They were good. We always had something we were talking about. But anyways,
Or stuttering about.
so now our slurring about some of those first episodes when we would just like get like a bottle of whiskey and then I'd come over to your house.
Let's make it disappear, brother.
And then what we would do is we would record like 15, 20-minute segments.
Yeah.
And then we'd stop and we'll put a commercial in there somewhere. Let's record another segment. And then we would record a segment. So sometimes we would have segments left over. So there was this one episode I remember Peterson called. He's like, I could tell y'all spliced that episode this week together. It's like, what do you mean? He's like, so the first of the episode, you're like talking normal, like, hey, this is Richard and Josh. We'll be right back. And he's like, y'all come back from commercial. And it was like, well, this motherfucker.
That was a hell of a commercial break. It was a commercial party.
Right. Did they mainline tequila?
We fucking enemed, what is that? Suppository.
Butt chugged.
Yes. Ooh, Lord.
You ever thought about doing that now that you're not drinking so you can get a buzz going?
I mean, it would like supremely fuck me up now. It would have fucked me up then, but it would supremely do it now because it's way more intense.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was the thing. We would just sit down and we would drink, but that was a lot of times those shows didn't make any sense. I would say
What's the deal with Ray Romano? Well, he hadn't had a show in years. Why is he such an asshole?
Yeah, welcome to fucking Mooseport was the shit though. I loved it. I don't know. Sometimes I want to go back and listen, but sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
But like episodes, when you start getting in the hundreds, we had some good ones there.
Yeah.
Had some really good ones. It took us about 100 episodes to figure it out. But all like the first 97 are on, on YouTube.
I think I maybe it was, I don't know. I felt pretty good around 30 something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it was starting to blossom.
We almost had a year in then. And I want to say after our first year, we had made it about 8-9 months before we got here in the studio. Mm-hmm. And before that, it was like we were basically walking. We should have been walking around with a tape deck and recording it because I had like a beat up computer and 2 microphones that we.
Yeah, we would just record like sitting on a couch.
We would sit on a couch, or we would sit
in a noisy, like an echoey ass living room.
Yes, or we would sit at your kitchen table,
which was also echoey.
Yeah. And then we would sit there and record. And back in those days, the only way we could hear ourselves and hear what was going on the computer was to turn the voice hearing section on in the computer settings. So it'd be like a 10 millisecond delay that you would hear your voice. So it really was fucking with us because you could tell with like the drunker we got, the better we were at it. Because it'd be like it was right here, and like you'd be like and we got so, but we'd get so drunk that it was like you just hear us getting used to it. Like, what? Did you say something? Okay, well let me tell you. And then when we got better equipment, we were able to turn that off, and then we missed it.
Yeah, I don't like this new shit.
It fucked us up for a couple episodes.
I need a repeater in my ear.
Get you a Peter in your ear.
You fit all of it in there?
Fit all of it, every bit of it.
Oh, wow.
Like a Q-tip.
A Q-tip.
Q-tip.
That's your favorite rapper?
Q-tip?
Yeah, he's too serious for me.
So anyways, our podcast is now on the Retro Wrestling Archive. So if you're listening to us here or there, thanks. Sorry, we're not talking wrestling. I think we did throw a reference to a wrestler at the beginning of the show.
So pretty much we'll have, like, if you're on, YouTube now, you've got 91 episodes of
something
various
like
dates.
Yes.
And then you're going to have a real new one.
Yeah.
Because there's no copywritten stuff.
No. This one should make it.
Well, yeah.
This one should make it.
It will.
But Josh, now that we've said that, like I said, people can check us out on YouTube now. If you have YouTube and you just want to play it in the background or whatever, you can listen to us there now.
I mean, you could do that on any podcast.
Yeah. Now that we've done that, Josh, now let's get to our favorite thing about the show. It's the tabs, or some people's favorite thing about the show. I don't know how you feel about it.
I feel like they're just a crutch. It's what we go to when we don't want to bullshit. But like you said, some people just like tabs.
Yeah, I've heard people tell me, like, when we do the tab shows, like, they're like, I love the tab shows.
Kind of bring certain things out of us.
Yeah. Although I feel like we're getting lazy because we hadn't sent tabs in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we're going to have to lean on that without this copyright shit. But Josh, what do we have here? You brought this to the show.
I don't remember it, but
Maybe I brought it to the show.
Seems a little extreme, but
All right.
the headline is very directly.
What is the headline, Josh?
I will kill you. There goes YouTube.
I will unalive you. Woman accused of
you want to be them twins?
yeah. Woman accused of trying to light husband on fire.
Let's do the whole show like this.
We almost harmonized it, didn't we? You want to read the story like that?
Accused of trying to light her husband on fire.
You want to read the whole story like this?
Richmond,
Kentucky.
I wanted to be Virginia.
Well, it wasn't.
I wanted to be Virginia.
I was using words. You were using your thoughts.
Yep. Richmond,
Kentucky. Here we go. Ready?
Nobody's going to listen.
No, they will. Come on, let's do it.
No, I don't want to do that.
Come on, do it. You read it then.
A woman in Kentucky. God damn it. Okay, here we go. A woman in Kentucky was arrested after
a...
No.
You got this.
No, you read.
No, you read. All right, I'll stop. Go ahead.
A woman in Kentucky.
You got to take a sip. Right.
Sip.
Try it again.
A woman in Kentucky.
What was she arrested for?
Well, after she was allegedly trying to light her husband on fire. During an argument. The
Richmond Police Department
said
they're called on the home. Saturday
afternoon for the domestic violence complaint.
According to the authorities,
Tina Marshall
and her husband
were arguing.
Hold
on, I thought that said arguing.
It says
arguing.
Arguing
over finances
when
she allegedly took a lighter from the
bathroom.
I can't even retain any of this. I have no clue what's happening.
You just want to hear the story read to us?
Yeah, that'd be better.
I hope they read it. I hope it ain't like one of those ads that pops up and it's
like for 13 seconds.
A woman was arrested after police say
Hold on.
she tried to light her husband.
Stop.
Who is this retired preacher reading this story?
He looked like... You ever had a bathroom?
Yes, I've had plenty of them.
Well, no.
3 in this house.
Where the mirror is right in... I mean, I've told plenty of stories about my old bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
That had a mirror, like where you... Well, really...
Did you see somebody remodel y'all's old house?
I
and
know.
selling it?
I was
Tore
like,
the front porch back out.
God damn, man. And it's got to be at least... They'd have to want a pretty penny because they redid everything.
They did a lot of work to that house.
Yeah. I dog cuss them. But I used to live here, goddamn it. You better sell it to me. I know what you paid for it. I know what you paid for it.
Anyways, what was you saying? This guy, he looks like...
Well, like, you ever see yourself shitting in a mirror?
He looks like me looking
at that face he had at the front was like...
Police say she tried to light her husband.
It's like
he does. He's like...
Almost like the dog whenever he's trying to, like, shit.
He does have his chin tucked.
And he's, like, struggling just a little bit.
Yeah. He definitely dyes his eyebrows, too.
Oh, yeah. Deep.
I'm wondering, listen to his voice. This is definitely in Kentucky, WKYT. Yeah, it's in Richmond, Kentucky. But listen to him. He has like he has the voice of like a southern preacher that had to find a new job.
Woman was arrested after police say she tried to light her husband and their house on fire.
So we're gonna pass the offering parade around.
Better not come back where I can. I better have to have 2 hands to hold that sumbitch up when it gets back up here.
Our county-by-county coverage at 5 begins in Madison County.
Hey, we live in Madison County, but that's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And this guy is hard to listen to, Josh, because he
wants to be professional.
Sounds like he's like
but he's too podunk for
I'm
that.
a Conway Twitty impersonator in my spare time.
He's like Conway Shitty.
On fire. Our county-by-county coverage at 5 begins in Madison County.
It does sound like he has to take a shit, doesn't it?
I'm trying to...
Like he's just trying to like grunt through it.
Have you ever tried to take a shit and talk on the phone to somebody that you didn't want to know you're taking a shit and like try to be normal?
Yeah.
Like, hey, is Tiffany there?
You talking to a girl? Did you ever talk to girls while you were shitting?
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably did it too.
Like I probably muted it to like get the load out.
Put your
like,
hand over.
and then like yeah, I heard everything you said.
Well, I heard everything you did.
You wasn't saying nothing though. Yeah, I had something go. I had something. I'm busy.
Are you jerking off? No, I swear I'm shitting.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's good old days, man. Now I talk on speakerphone and I don't realize it until I'm in there shitting. It's like they could probably hear all this. I have to mute it to flush because I'm like, that's the embarrassing part. Mute and flush. Like they're just hearing me with like. I turned it back on too soon. Shit!
That was just me. I was using mouthwash. I was gargling. I just ate tacos.
You can hear me talking over it because I'm practicing my ventriloquism.
I was actually choked up. I was drinking something.
Oh, here we go.
Richmond police say they were called out to the
Holy shit.
Sweet Gum.
I thought she had a headdress. You see that picture?
So the mugshot is the Kool-Aid man standing in front. She should never wear bright colors like this.
Well, I don't think she had a choice in this.
Well, this one's an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Whew.
You know, I'm going to have to not take a picture. This orange is really making my face look red.
She looks like she's 5'1.5", and it looks like she is wearing some kind of headdress because there's a police
logo above her, but it looks like a goddamn Indian headdress, some Amazonian region.
A woman's been arrested. Firecrotch Margaret Harrison.
Police say they were called out to the Sweet Gum Drive area around 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon on a domestic violence complaint. According to the arrest citation, 40-year-old Tina Marshall.
That bitch is 40. She is our age, Judge.
God almighty, she looks like she's every bit of 20 years older.
Yeah.
Tried to light her husband on fire with a lighter during an argument. Police say she tried to strangle him.
All right.
With a lighter? What was the lighter, though? Was it one of those, like... Was it one of those torch lighters? Like,
well, okay, I guess words matter.
Yeah.
But, come on. If she was just like...
You think it was
striking,
like a bic?
Yeah, like she's striking a bic by him or something.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You better man the fuck up.
Well, they have those, like, I have a cigar lighter. That it's a torch lighter, and when you click it, it goes...
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but still, like if it's a goddamn just a regular lighter, come on, quit being a pussy.
And stopped him when he tried to escape and grab his cell phone. The citation says
he had to escape her, and she didn't have a gun or a knife.
I'm gonna guess that her husband weighs all of 35 pounds because she's every bit of 3.
Or he is
324.
fucking wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
Or some kind of shit.
He's just
You
sitting
better
there.
wait when my fucking thing charges up. I'm out of here, bitch.
He's sitting there trying to blow, but he's just like blowing in the tube, getting
I
closer
was at
to
least
her.
gonna let him have arms, Richard Lee. Shit.
He's trying to blow the flame out. That's why she was burning him with the little big lighters because he was.
Oh, I
moving.
thought you were talking about he was controlling his.
Oh,
wheelchair.
he was. He was trying to blow the flame out, but blowing into the tube and getting closer to her.
Damn.
Like shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I bet old Billy only weighs 58 pounds.
Herself in the bathroom and called the police. Marshall was arrested and charged with attempted arson, strangulation, terroristic threatening, and some other charges.
Holy shit, this bitch is going to Guantanamo, dude. She's done.
Oh yeah, she's gotten all kinds of stuff.
He locked himself in the bathroom.
So this wasn't
from his wife.
Yeah. Marshall also allegedly held up a pair of scissors and said, "I will kill you."
Okay. Now that, I wouldn't want to sleep around that.
Marshall's daughter locked herself in the bathroom and called the police.
Oh, okay. Man, this fucking reporter.
Yeah, he didn't
asshole.
read this.
He painted.
I feel like we read it together better than he read it. He was having to take a shit though, man. You can't blame him.
Well, what's the male's name? They're not saying. Right.
I didn't say. I guess he's the victim, so you don't want to say. But everybody in the community is like, Randy got his ass whipped.
And then he locked himself in the damn bathroom and called it loud.
And that wasn't even the thing.
Didn't you hear old Dirk or whatever his name is?
Marshall was arrested and charged with first-degree attempted arson, first-degree wanton endangerment. That's what that says. First-degree wanton endangerment. I'm guessing the wonton wasn't safe around her, to be honest with you.
Dude, she'll eat all the wonton.
Kidnapping an adult, second-degree assault, fourth-degree assault, third-degree terroristic threatening, first-degree strangulation, and menacing.
Damn. This bitch is going to have to be wearing an ankle monitor until she's like 80.
She's going to have to eat one of them Warden burgers. All right.
Ask me, do I give a shit? No. Because I ain't your mama, I ain't your daddy.
I feel like we did this.
I'd do that.
All right. So this was the...
We may have, maybe just... I think you did. It didn't slap.
Okay. We'll go to the next one. You want to do that one?
Vote for Pedro.
You want to read it together?
No.
This is in New Mexico.
Imagine that.
La Cruces, La Mexico. La Mexico?
La Mexico.
New Mexico. It's a gruesome story out of New Mexico, Josh. Joel Senez has been found guilty of murdering 51-year-old James Garcia. Senez stabbed Garcia 84 times and then cut his head off and played soccer with it.
Holy shit. What did this son of a bitch do to him?
The incident happened in June 2021, according to the Dofia Ana District Attorney's Office. Police say Senez told them he was experiencing homelessness and slept at the Los Carros Park. He said Garcia stole his belongings. When he confronted him, he took a knife from him, stabbed him, and cut off his head. Self-defense.
Holy shit.
Senez will be sentenced at a later date. That's it. That's the whole story.
Yep. Played soccer.
He was doing keepy-ups with the head.
I'm thinking there's some mental illness.
Well,
going on.
Yeah, they said he was homeless. And another homeless guy cut that head off and played soccer with it.
That's next level weirdo shit.
Which one do you want to do?
I just don't know about that one.
Orlando, Florida, Josh. A suspect thief gulped down 2 pairs of diamond earrings during his arrest on the side of a Florida Panhandle highway last week. Detectives say leaving them with the unenviable task of waiting to collect the Tiffany & Company jewelry worth $770,000.
So how were they so sure that this motherfucker, swallowed them? What if he did it before? Maybe they'll get into it.
Oh, well, we'll get into it. In the squad car, the state trooper heard the suspect say, "I should have thrown him out the window."
Well,
definitely swallowed those things. Fuck, they hurt. What'd you swallow? Earrings?
And they were big, too.
Big old diamonds.
$350 apiece.
And the Washington County jail asked him, he asked staff, in the Washington County jail, he asked staff, "Am I going to be charged with what is in my stomach?" According to the arrest. He basically just said, "Are y'all going to check my stomach?"
Yeah.
The 32-year-old man from Texas is accused of 2 felonies, one for each earring. That'd suck, wouldn't it? Yeah. They're a pair of earrings.
That should count as one now. I stole them at the same time.
For forcibly stealing the earrings from the upscale Orlando shopping center last Wednesday, an x-ray of his torso shows what the Orlando Police Department believe to be the diamond earrings, a white mass shining brightly against his gray backdrop of his digestive tract.
Now, hold on now. I did swallow a bicycle reflector now. Don't go making assumptions I stole something.
Oh, you going to stay here until you shit it out. These foreign objects are suspected to be the Tiffany & Company earrings taken in the robbery, but will need to be collected after they are passed, the department said. Could you imagine him like flushing the toilet real quick? No, those are the earrings. You can't find it. No evidence. They probably had him shitting in a bag for a week.
Oh, yeah. They probably got this little paper gimmick.
What if he grabbed him and swallowed them again?
I never want to lose these.
He just like throws them up immediately. Orlando police spokeswoman Kaylee Bishop said she was checking with the lead detective whether the earrings had been recovered yet. The earring status also wasn't known to a deputy who answered the phone but wouldn't give his name in the rural Panhandle County where the suspect was arrested near Chipley, Florida. I don't know where Chipley is, but that's where this is. Handwriting on an order of commitment document filed Monday said outside medical suggested he was at a medical facility. During the theft, the man allegedly told Tiffany's sales associate he was interested in purchasing diamond earrings and a diamond ring on behalf of an Orlando Magic basketball player. Sales associates escorted the man to the VIP room where he could view the jewelry. A short time later, he jumped out of the chair, grabbed the jewelry, and tried to force his way out the door. One of the sales associates was injured trying to block him, but managed to knock the diamond ring valued at $587,000 out of his hands.
Damn.
That guy should be playing for the Orlando Magic.
Right.
I mean, here's my thing. I guess if you work around that kind of money, you feel like you should try to protect it. If it's your store, yes. I ain't trying to like fight anybody over anything. You know what I mean?
Well, like that's over $500,000.
Yeah, I mean, if he would have got the earrings, it would have been over $1 million. The earrings and the ring.
Right.
Detectives obtained the license plate of the suspect's car through shopping mall security footage and believed he was driving back to Texas. State troopers tracked the car from tag readers on Florida Turnpike and Interstate 10 until he was pulled over for driving without rear lights in Washington County, almost 340 miles away, the Orlando police report said. The suspect was charged with first-degree felony grand theft and robbery with a mask. He wasn't wearing a mask. A third-degree felony. Court records showed no attorney for him. And he was listed as being in police custody in Orange County, Florida, which is home to Orlando as of Wednesday morning. I guess it won't be as of Tuesday morning. But yeah, so this man swallowed 2 earrings, and they're going to have to shit-fish. Well, I'm assuming they've already shit-fished it out. This was in March.
So hopefully they got him back in the display case.
Yeah. Try them on. They
now,
smell
look,
like shit.
I'm going to tell you something. I knew you was going to say that. But have I got a deal for you?
What? Let me hear it. What's the deal?
Normally, we're going to charge $770,000 for this, right?
Uh-huh.
But considering certain things have happened, it's a little different shade of
have you
clear. You ever seen clear plastic get weathered? You know, it kind of has a yellow sheen to it.
Yeah, that's what I see on these.
So this could pass as a yellow diamond.
Is that a piece of corn?
Look, it's one of a kind. You'll never find none of these like this again. Hell of a story attached to it now. I got to know your level of commitment. What are you prepared to spend?
Yeah. Man, I can't imagine.
$400,000 and they're yours, $200 a piece.
I can't imagine that they didn't just melt these things back down. Because I don't know if there is cleaning them out after they've been in the small intestine, of a man.
Stomach acids.
But
it's
eating
diamond.
Warden burgers.
It is diamond, so it's probably okay.
Eating jail food, they're giving him Metamucil and shit. Oh, couldn't have been good. could not have been good.
So, full disclosure, these didn't have the little plastic protectors on the fucking back. So it's going to tear my asshole all to pieces.
I thought you were talking about for the woman.
No,
like putting them in.
The earrings have little protectors.
Oh, that would suck.
Oh, boy.
Imagine one coming out sideways.
I know. Right?
Oh, man.
Ripping that thing up.
Oh, I should have just thrown him out the window. That was his excuse, man. Well, Josh, we did it. We made it a whole show without any copyrighted material. Feels weird, don't it?
Yeah, I feel like there's just something missing.
Yeah, we won't do it next week.
Something missing.
We're going to skip to episode 412, and then maybe...
Thought we were on 412.
I mean, we're going to skip to it in YouTube and Spotify, and then in 2 weeks, we will skip again. Although this might get us kicked from YouTube. This is
a different country.
Copyrighted song, but it don't matter. Copyrights are copyrights.
Well, they can play shit over there.
Maybe we don't need to do that song.
Wait a damn minute here now.
Maybe we don't need to do that song anymore.
Well, man, did little man.
We hadn't done this one in a while. What do you think? There you go.
Oh, man. We had a retro feel to it, right?
Yeah, there you go. And we almost got through without using any copyrighted material.
Well, we don't know that they...
French synth pop? Yeah, they were a popular band in France.
Okay.
So anyways, well, fuck it. We tried. We almost got it.
Well, you know what we said, but...
Well, Josh, if they want to follow us on social media, give us a call, email, how they do that.
Richard Lee on the Twitter machine. We are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, look in that search bar, Pop Poncho, Poncho, and you're going to see our photo. And if you want to get with us the old school way, 731-300-6675. Yeah, you bitch, little bitch.
6675, if you couldn't understand that. Well, for Josh Brawley, this is Richard Mulligan saying thanks for listening, and good night.